So this is in my comment section. Adam Redwine.
That's not a tweet.
It's not, but it's fun though. This is a fun one. So Adam Redwine, this was on my video that went up recently that was about trans rights and how you just fucking leave trans people alone. And also the people that are anti-trans are not dealing with facts. They're just dealing with their feelings, despite the fact that they will claim to be doing the opposite. So Adam Redwine says, you care about your LGBTQ friends, but just so long as they don't live in Palestine, right?
What?
Because if their safety has to be sacrificed to blame the Jews, F them, right?
Huh?
So this goes a few layers deep, because I did actually respond to this guy. I don't normally respond to people that say things like this. I thought about just banning him from my channel, but I'm like, I'm going to toy with him a bit. So I am pro LGBTQ rights no matter where the people are.
Yeah, we don't actually want gays being thrown off of buildings. I don't know where this. I am opposed to genocide, and also I want the gays to be thrown from the buildings in this sacrifice is coming from. But
that plays into their next point. So coffee addict Evan replied saying, "What do you even mean?" He's talked about the genocide in Gaza several times, being like, "Yeah, no, I'm against genocide, so I'm against killing the trans people in Palestine." To which he responded, "No, he's accused Israelis of fighting a defensive war of genocide."
What?
It's not a defensive war.
When have any of us said that?
No, I haven't said that.
We are not fucking Kamala Harris going up on stage and saying, "I believe Israel has a right to defend itself," not reading the goddamn room. What? Who the fuck do you think you're talking to?
Yeah, you know what? I agree. They do have a right to defend themselves. That's not what they're doing.
You're supposed to follow it up with that's not what they're doing right now, though, is it?
Yeah. So he says he doesn't give a damn about the hundreds of Gazans murdered by Hamas in the last 2 weeks.
Wait, hold on. He said
This was before the
Gazans?
ceasefire fell apart, I think.
No. He said Gazans? So this is a thing that I actually got corrected on my channel. The type of person who says Gazan instead of Palestinian typically does not have their best interest at heart, which is something that I was not aware of when I made that mistake. So this is either a person who's grossly uninformed, or we can assume some kind of malicious intent. Yay!
So hundreds of Gazans murdered by Hamas in the last 2 weeks. He couldn't care less about the LGBTQ Palestinians who flee to Israel when they're where they are granted refugee status because they face serious risk of being murdered in Palestine. So now Israel is the best country in the Middle East for LGBTQ rights. That said, I very much doubt that they're taking on Palestinian refugees based on sexuality.
Them being gay. No, I don't think they are.
Given that they're okay with bombing children in order to get a couple Hamas agents, I don't feel like they're accepting refugees.
I need to ask you though, do you condemn hummus?
Chickpeas are overrated, so yes.
Okay.
But also, I condemn Hamas. We get to that later. So I couldn't care less about the LGBTQ Palestinians who flee to Israel where they are granted refugee status because they face serious risk of being murdered in Palestine. He puts blaming Jews higher on his priority list than defending the LGBTQ community. I have never once blamed Jews for the genocide that Israel is committing. I have blamed Israel for the genocide that Israel is committing.
Yeah, Israel is not Jews, just like America is not all Americans.
Well, America, it'd be more like America is not Christians. I mean, it's not quite the same.
It's not, because being a Jew is not just religious, it is also ethnic. It's considered an ethno-religious group.
Yeah, but I would argue that the same kind of applies to Christianity, at least the way, so when people say race is a social construct, one of the ways race was defined for a long time was based on religion. If you're European and Christian, you're white. If you're European and Jewish, you're not white. If you're European and Muslim, you're not white. This is a matter of legal record. You can find American legal documents on immigration, where they actually had racial quotas that were based on this sort of thing. So I would it's not the same to say that Christianity has a racial component to it, but it is not incorrect to say that there is a racial component to Christianity.
I guess with that usage, sure, because there's a difference between, I guess, Ugandan Christianity and like white American Christianity. I guess.
Yeah. Yeah. But anyway, I did get into that, so this is where I responded. I said, Israel does not equal the Jews. I have blamed the Israeli government for the actions of Israel, the country. I have also been very public in my condemnation of Hamas. Even if everything you said is correct, a terrorist organization that persecutes LGBTQ people does not justify genocide of those same LGBTQ people. And then they responded with, I agree that a terrorist organization doesn't justify genocide. What I don't get is why you defend the genocide that Hamas openly advocates for while repeating their perverse lies. So, okay, here's the thing. I am defending the genocide that Hamas openly advocates for. What does this sentence say?
Nobody can read it because it's bit crunch to hell.
Okay, it says, I have also been very public in my condemnation of Hamas. Is that a defense of their genocidal tendencies?
Yeah, you're defending Hamas.
It's like, yeah, no, Hamas openly advocates for genocide. I've been very public about that also being a bad thing. But I also recognize that there's a difference between the people that are advocating for genocide but don't have the power to do it, and the people that are currently actively doing it.
Lenari says no one likes Hamas. What are these people talking about it? So there's a bit of nuance there. Hamas.
Well, I'm pretty sure the people that are members of Hamas like Hamas.
And there was a point in time where they were literally voted in to be the prevailing
in
government in the area.
2003, and then they canceled all subsequent elections.
Understandable. The point is, there was a point in time where that was not as true, but at the same time, I can also see a perspective where somebody views them as freedom fighters against a genocider, because when you have no options available to you, anybody who is willing to be your port in a storm is better than the alternative of, dying.
Yeah, it's like Hamas might, put themselves in positions where it puts us in danger, but they're not the ones pulling the trigger on the bombs. And yes, obviously they are doing things that are bad. I'm not saying that they are innocent in this, but Israel doesn't have to bomb children in order to get to them.
Yes, they do. Don't you know their healthcare doesn't work unless you feed 1,000 souls to the machine?
And it was during the ceasefire that the bloodiest day of this conflict happened. With I think it was, I forget the exact numbers, but there's somewhere around 50 children were killed by Israel during the ceasefire, and that was part of them saying oh no, the ceasefire might not be quite working properly. It's no, they bombed 50 children during a ceasefire. That is a violation of the ceasefire. Stop sugarcoating it.
Twilight Grim says no, that's Warhammer. Yeah, that was the 10,000 souls die every day. For Warhammer is what I was going for. Unhealthcare powered
so
healthcare.
I didn't get that. Anyway, moving on. Brian Goddamn Holdsworth says he's just
step 1, reject your
he's
culture.
Straight up just fucking advocating for the Great Replacement Therapy, conspiracy theory. Step 1, reject your culture. Step 2, have your culture replaced by people who don't hate their culture. The remedy isn't merely opposing the people replacing your culture. It has to include rediscovering the goods of your own culture so that it isn't so easily replaced. Culture is fluid, man.
Yeah, and culture has no value if it does not serve the people who are under it.
It's not intrinsically a valuable thing.
Correct.
I am proud of my Scottish heritage. I recognize that Scotland has done some pretty fucked up things.
But it's also a really dumb thing to be proud about in retrospect. I'm proud people before me did things that I can claim nothing of.
I mean, also, I might be proud of my Scottish heritage, but, the members of my family that have actually made it into the history books, not so much. Those people have been the bad guys in the various things that they've been involved in.
I'm proud of my Southern heritage. Okay, cool. What are you proud about?
There's a plaque in Edinburgh about the time when they hanged one of my ancestors.
People know what they're about.
Yeah, no, my dad showed me the plaque last time we were there. He tried to direct me to it's such an insignificant plaque that's so hard to find. He tried to direct me to it without going himself, but then we couldn't find it. So eventually he just drove past it and he pulled over illegally and was get out and go look in that little alcove there. I'm okay, there's the plaque. Okay, can we go now or whatever?
Is it Rhino's distinguished family?
Oh, my oldest, Rory. It took a picture by the grave of the guy who was hanged with the imitating the meme of like the guy who's doing like yeah over top of the grave, and it's beautiful, and I just regret not being able to share it publicly because you can't read the gravestone, but like it's in a cemetery where like everything is accessible on the internet, so like if you know what it like anyone in Edinburgh would be able to like cross-reference that and dox us from it.
Mm-hmm.
Because it's the same last name, but it's like, yeah, what did they do? If I give too many information, if I give too much information, I'm doxing myself. I'm just like, we're not the good guys in that particular event.
Like when I mentioned something like, hey, there was a content creator who did this thing I objected to. Oh, who was the content creator? I feel like because I said the words a content creator, we're already kind of on the same page. I don't want to name them for obvious reasons, but no.
Yeah, I got excited. I found someone in history with the same last name as me who was like a very important figure in the Anglican Church who was very prominently against slavery at a time when it was popular to not be against slavery. And when I asked my dad about that particular one, he was like, yeah, no, that one, same last name, not related. The one chance we had at like actually having a good ancestor. But yeah, so Brian Holdsworth, he's kind of racist. I have a video responding to him on the topic of slavery in the Bible. And yeah, he just comes out and explicitly says that some races are better at some things than others, and some races are more aesthetically good looking than others.
As if we're not just going to accept that that's a preference thing.
Yeah.
Like you get that one person that just fetishizes Asian women, and you're like, ah, yes, it is because the Asians are genetically superior. Like, no, you're just as weird as that guy now.
Yeah, no, I'll see if I can find the title of the video. Yeah, so it's the, I just want to see the thumbnail.
But do you think of any moral philosophers that take a whatever?
Okay, only your stream can you hear that? My stream can't because I actually did the thing that I'm supposed to do where you can't, like, the stream can't hear my system sounds, but for some reason you can't. You can. But, so it's the top one there that says, where the thumbnail is big time yikes. Without the image of God, slavery makes sense. That's the one where he basically comes out and says that some races of people look better than others, therefore we're all made in the image of God, and that's what makes slavery wrong. But like he actually comes out and was like, some races are better than others at X, Y, and Z.
It's like,
and it's gross.
And you're like, man, yeah, you're right. Black people
the great replacement conspiracy theory coming from this guy doesn't surprise me.
You're just like, yeah, I get it. You know, we can have a conversation about how well black people handle the sun compared to white people. Is there a conclusion we're supposed to be drawing from this? Because that's the more interesting conversation, Mr. Brian.
Yeah, my partner is she's mixed race, but she is of Caribbean descent, and she does kind of tease me when I put my sunscreen on because I use the children's sunscreen that's like SPF 60.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, I'm Scottish, man. Leave me alone. You know what's going to happen to me if I go out in the sun without this stuff on?
You're going to become a ripe tomato.
Mm-hmm. I actually, we suspect that one of our ancestors might have been Italian, because like there was a good chunk of time when the Romans occupied the little island that Scotland is a part of. Because myself and my father, we actually do tend to, like, we don't burn like Scottish people normally do. We do kind of tan, like we'll burn and then it turns into a tan, whereas my sister got like the redheaded gene where they just turn red and then turn back to white. So I say I got the Italian side of my Scottish ancestry. So I actually don't do too bad in the sun, but I still over sunscreen because the sun causes fucking cancer, man. Give me my vitamin D, don't give me cancer.
The sun is a deadly laser.
Yeah. Next up. Oh, yeah. So, so in response to this, some guy responded with, Catholics need their own state. What do you fucking think the Vatican is?
That's Rome. You've already got
no, it's
the
not
fucking
Rome, it's Vatican City. You literally have it.
We need our own state. You already have it. Go move there. Fuck off.
He did reply to that with something like, oh yeah, we've tried that in the past, but it keeps getting ruined by those fucking Protestants or whatever.
It gets ruined by
like,
the
you
woke.
You fucking have one. But yeah, it made me laugh that they're like, you guys don't even know that you have your own state already? How do you not know that? But anyway, okay. Cameron Bertuzzi retweeted Zara Sayed, who posted a picture of the weird black cube thing that Muslims walk around in Mecca. They tweeted that, saying that nothing is more aesthetic than this. Cameron tweeted a picture of a cathedral with a laughy emoji. And it's like, yeah, the cathedral's pretty, but like, beauty's in the eye of beholder, man. Like, why are you like you're tweeting out this representation of opulence? Well, so many Catholics are going hungry and being victimized by the priests. But it's like,
I'm going to be perfectly honest. I would just respond with a picture of a packed card shop and just be like, no.
Yeah. It's subjective, man.
I have the epitome of beauty right here.
Here's the thing, though. Like, so I took my oldest to Europe this summer, part of a rite of passage, where we take him to the homeland and take him to where our family castle used to be, which is pretty neat. But like, we're also like, while we're in the UK, let's pop to some other European countries. And we went to Italy. We saw we went to the Leaning Tower of Pisa, which also has a cathedral there. We went to the cathedral in Florence. And like, yeah, and it is really amazing. It's beautiful. It's gorgeous. It's also very gaudy. A lot of the art is just fucking weird. Like there was a big mural that had a demon that was literally like eating people and then shitting them into hell. And like, it was not subtle. You could see the demon's cloaca. Like there was a person halfway through the demon's asshole. And like, you're calling that beautiful? Like, it's great art, but I wouldn't say that it's beautiful necessarily.
I mean, Stoff might.
Yeah, probably. Yeah, but that's Stoff. Stoff doesn't count. Stoff needs therapy. Which is, I don't say that derogatorily. Like, my partner is a therapist. If people didn't need therapy, she'd be out of work.
I'm gonna find the cloaca.
Yeah, but like, there's a lot of fucked up imagery in Catholic stuff. And also, like, the fact that one of the craziest things about that experience to me was that, like, as you're in line to go into these cathedrals, there are people selling shawls to the people that are in line, because you cannot go into the cathedral with your well, no, men can go in wearing whatever the fuck they want, but women had to cover their shoulders. And that just, I was so confused by that, because as soon as you get in there, you are immediately confronted by murals and statues of a bunch of tits out naked women. Like, I need to cover my shoulders to come and look at the naked ladies? Because not covering my shoulders is disrespectful somehow? What the fuck are you even on?
Look, it's porn when I think it's porn. Otherwise, it's just art.
I don't get that. But, like, it's just, beauty is so subjective that, like, shut the fuck up, Cameron.
Man, you could make an entire show called Shut the Fuck Up, Cameron.
You really could. Okay, Dale Partridge. Okay, so he's retweeting someone who was pointing out that young women voted 81% for Mamdani in New York, 80% for Cheryl in New Jersey, 78% for Spanberger in Virginia, and a few others. Stoff is ham-hopping in to let you know that I graduated therapy.
Do you have your certificate?
Everybody needs therapy. Dale Partridge says, I don't think we should repeal the 19th Amendment because I don't love women. I think we should repeal the 19th Amendment because I love America, and American women want to protect our nation from their... I love America and American women and want to protect our nation from their suicidal empathy.
Suicidal empathy.
Suicide. So empathy has gone from being sinful to suicidal. Having empathy is self-harm now, apparently.
God, I love America. I'm gonna let Growlith in real quick. She is giving me the borf.
I mean, it is 10:25. That's 25 minutes late.
It's about on time.
It's 25 minutes late. She's been very patient with you. Plow King. We were just talking about you. Okay, Plow King. That episode of The Simpsons, the Plow King episode. Would you find that amount of snow anywhere in California? Because I said no. And everybody else was like, no, California gets snow all the time. It's a regular occurrence. And I'm like, but no, though. Not the amount that's shown in The Simpsons. So, come on, Plow King. confirm with us that that's not California. In the mountains. Yeah, no, I'm not talking about in the mountains. Like, that episode of The Simpsons, like, yes, they go to the mountains eventually, but like that amount of snow just happens in the town, not off the mountain. I'm talking about, like, in the places that are populated. The kinds of places where they got 1 centimeter of snow and were worried that my flight might get canceled. The Donner Passage in California? Is that named after the Donner Party? Like Cannibalism Pass? Because I know about the Donner Party. Saurus. It's okay. We have a facsimile of Saurus right here.
Oh, whoa. Oh, whoa. Oh, whoa. Oh, whoa.
Have you seen the game, the Donner Dinner Party? There's a Donner Dinner Party game? Oh my god. I'm going to have to look into this. Donner Dinner Party. Donner Dinner Party board game. Donner Dinner Party is a rowdy game of frontier cannibalism. Who's safe when there are cannibals hiding among you? Oh, is this like One Night Ultimate Werewolf if somebody's a cannibal? That's the question at the heart of this fast-paced game of social deduction in which cannibals and pioneers face off in a fight for survival. Set in the winter of 1846, players are members of the ill-fated Donner Party wagon train, stranded atop a mountain with no food. Who will avoid becoming tonight's dinner and make it off the mountain alive? And who are the suspicious scoundrels hungry for human flesh? In more detail, Donner Dinner Party is a social deduction game in which players are either pioneer or cannibal. Each player has equipment as well, and sometimes that will help you survive, unless, of course, you're a cannibal, in which case you might want to play dumb about what you have. The party goes hunting regularly to survive, and the cannibals will try to thwart these efforts since they really prefer the taste of human flesh. That's not... Okay, they didn't prefer the taste of human flesh. They were desperate. In the end, if the number of cannibals equals the number of pioneers, the cannibals win. If the pioneers survive 7 weeks without this happening, then they win instead. Okay, that seems like a silly game. My favorite, though, is there was an Antarctic expedition. I think Edmund Hillary was on it. I don't recall. I know he did an Antarctic expedition, but I don't know if it was this one. I think it was this one. But there was one where they were desperate for food, and they started eating their sled dogs. But because they ate all of the sled dogs, including the organ meat, they ended up overdosing on vitamin A, and a lot of the symptoms that they had that they attributed to starvation were actually vitamin A toxicity because they were eating the dog's livers. And so if they had eaten everything except for the livers and organ meat, they would have been fine. But because they ate it all, a lot of them died, including a guy who was just on the expedition because he had a funny accent that the guys who, like the English guys, were like, let's bring Mertz along. He has no qualifications, but like, have you heard the guy say squirrel? It's so funny. My God, Saurus, how long does it take to let a dog in? Fuck you, Saurus. You're the worst.
Oh, well.
There we go. I'm playing this until Saurus gets back. Because I got nothing for you. Should probably plug in my controller.
Okay, I'm back.
Oh, fuck you.
What?
I was just about to start playing Silksong because you were taking too goddamn long.
I'm sorry.
But then you got back. And now I can't.
Well, that is... You can play Silk Song when we're done.
I know. We were talking about... While you were gone, we were talking about cannibalism.
Mm-hmm.
We were talking about... I mean, you taking a shit. Did you take a shit? I feel like you took a shit.
No, actually. I had to take a piss. And Saki forgot to put rice on. I thought that... Because we're supposed to be able to have rice later for dinner in between streaming stuff.
Okay.
So I had a couple of things to do after letting Growlithe in, and then I was able to run back.
Okay. Sure. I was just like, this is taking a really fucking long time just to let a fucking dog in.
You're taking too long is taking too long.
Yeah. Okay. Dale Partridge, again, says, this is worse than New York City electing a slur for trans person.
Oh!
This is the initiation of an Islamic colony in America's largest city that will take generations to undo. This is how Europe fell. It's happening here.
Wait, how Europe fell? I wasn't... whoa, hold on. Europe's gone? Oh, that's so horrible. How did that happen?
They provided 28
How did that
vacation
happen?
days
Where's
to
it?
even minimum wage employees.
Where did it go? Oh my god, I have so many friends in Europe. I've got Suzu's in Finland, Yara's in Germany. They're all dead now? It all fell? Oh god, no.
John C says, "Yay, Cirrus is back and saved us from this being a gaming stream." It wasn't going to be a gaming stream. It was just going to be like, I don't know what the fuck else to do to entertain you motherfuckers while I wait for him. But
Axo says, I eated Europe. It's gone because you eated it.
yeah, Europe is gone. This is how Europe fell, by letting Muslims in.
First they let the brownies in, then they let the brownies convert.
I shouldn't click randomly because now I just accidentally zoomed.
Whee! They're all dead now. God, I'm so sad.
Yeah, no, well, I mean, I was in Europe this summer. It didn't seem like it fell to me.
Yeah,
it seemed pretty great, actually.
It's gone. It's all gone. This is what Marcus meant when he said he was going to go to the Democratic Republic of the Congo. There's nothing left anywhere else.
Okay, well, I'm going pee again, so now you can entertain the guests.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Hell yeah. Trace James, brownies with chocolate chips. Exactly. You know what life's about. You know what life's about. You're here for the right cause. You're here for the right cause. Brownies, chocolate chip cookies. It's all great. It's all fantastic. All of it. Necrochild says Europe fell. Yeah, apparently. I was unaware that happened, but it did. It is information that I now possess. So he says, don't forget the fucking milk. Okay, look, Rhino may be a dad, but he's not my dad. So when he leaves for milk, I'm not at risk. I am not at risk. You need a VR soundboard while he's gone? Yeah, but I wouldn't be able to play it. So, like, y'all would be able to hear the soundboard on my end of the stream, but there would be nothing for his end of the stream. And I feel bad for his viewers because they have to watch Vice Rhino videos. And that's, man... When I watched Vice Rhino videos, it made me take a career dive into being a YouTuber, and I wouldn't wish that shit on anybody. That's what happens when you watch Vice Rhino videos.
What happens when you watch Vice Rhino videos?
You decide to be a YouTuber.
Oh, yeah, I'm sorry about that. I mean, to be fair, as much as YouTube kind of sucks sometimes, it is also kind of awesome.
Look, it is a fantastic job. And because of this job, I was able to get a community around me that is better than anything I could have ever hoped for anywhere else.
Especially in Georgia.
Especially in Georgia. That said, I did like, when I did my video talking about the fuck up with Patreon, there was somebody in the comment section that said, well, good, YouTube's not a job anyway. I'm just like, that's certainly an opinion. If it's not a job, then why are 8 to 12 hours of my day dedicated to it?
Yeah, like I've been sitting in this fucking chair since 9 in the morning this morning. It's now 10:30, so that's 11 and a half hours, and we're not done yet.
Like, that's the thing. Nobody considers that the editing part of YouTube is like 1/10 of the job. It's also...
There's a reason that's the part that I can farm out to Piper. It's like the script writing part. I tried to get Cirrus to help me with that for like one of my videos, and he was like, no.
No. That's not what I said. I said that's a lot of words. Very different.
It means the same thing in the end, though.
I should have sent you the Duke Nukem meme. That's a lot of words. Too bad I ain't reading them.
Yeah. No, it's definitely the work part of YouTube is very much on the front end before you get to, like, before it even gets to the camera or the editing. Like, if every day was a recording day, that'd be fucking awesome. If I could have somebody else write my scripts for me and I could just read off the teleprompter all day, that'd be great.
There's a reason that I consolidate time that I spend with my partner in such a way that I can also get work done for my channel while we are spending time together, because I have to find somewhere. It has to fit in somewhere.
Try having 5 kids.
Yeah, I'm
especially
glad.
Because, like, especially now that my partner is working, like, I mean, she's been working forever, but it's been an internship until recently. It's kind of this weird thing where, like, I'm still the person who makes the most money in the household, so I'm the one paying the bills for the most part. But because of what my job is, I'm also the one that, like, if the school calls and says, hey, your kid was biting the other kids today, I'm the one that has to go pick them up. Because, like, yeah, I might be the primary breadwinner, but she can't leave in the middle of a client session to go get a misbehaving kid from school.
Correct.
Whereas I can put the script down, and that just means that I'm going to have to, like, oh, I guess we can't spend time together tonight, honey. I have to continue writing my script.
Like you get to make that choice.
So, like, and I don't want this to come across as complaining, like, oh, I fucking hate my job. No, I love my job. My job is great.
No, it's your kids.
The fact that it has that flexibility is amazing. Rhino, why was your kid biting another kid? Well, there are some diagnoses going on with the youngest, which I'm not going to share in full because there are potential family court issues that I don't even want to come up if I start oversharing.
Yep.
So just going to leave it alone. But yeah, no. So on the one hand, like, it's annoying that my job is the one that gets disrupted for the sake of being able to be flexible. But on the other hand, it's the one that can be disrupted.
Like on the other hand, you have the flexibility, and that's the cool thing.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Like I will say, and this is not to say that one job is better than another or worse than another in any way, but there is a comfort to rigidity in schedules. There is a massive comfort to it that I have not had for almost a decade because of what I do. I technically I have a schedule of wake up, either do breakfast or do magic videos, depending on if I'm going to the gym, then go out and go to the gym, take care of errands, and then come back home and immediately start stream, and then finish stream, and then go to bed and do it all over again. Technically, that's my schedule. Do you know how many days a week I'm able to functionally adhere to that schedule?
Yeah.
Maybe 2.
And also, like, I would also like to point out that, like, one of the reasons that I am the primary breadwinner is that my partner, being a therapist, she does kind of set her own schedule. There is a bit of flexibility there, but, like, she has set her schedule in such a way that it is going to be compatible with my schedule and the kids' school schedule.
Also,
so,
Dead
like,
Domain, thank you so much for the raid. How was your stream?
Dead Domain? Nice.
Yeah, you got to do the pitch.
Dead Domain. And your viewers. First off, love the channel. You're great. Secondly, we are raising money for Project Share Niagara right now. It's a food bank in the area. They're much more than a food bank. They also help. They have a hand in running a homeless shelter. They help people with late bills. They help people find jobs. They help people with childcare and a bunch of other stuff, like they do school supplies for kids. They do a lot of good in the community. We have raised $604. $550-ish of that was just tonight, and that's why I'm in this silly Rhino onesie. And I don't think we're going to get to the $15,000 to get the happy Suris ooh tonight, but that is a thing that will, if you want Suris to say ooh and be happy about it, we need $15,000. And I know that ain't happening. But,
much like many conservative wives, I have to be honest with you, I will be faking it.
Well, yeah, but it's good enough for me.
Much like many conservative men.
Ooh.
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 And that's my ooh button.
Ooh, but ooh.
And it's just the way the stream happened last time. You can hear that you were just like going into something else, but it had to be cut off. But
yeah.
So we're trying to raise money for a good cause, and we'd appreciate all the help that you can give.
Lenari is asking, how long is the campaign?
It's all of November.
Alan Michael says, link, it should be the pinned comment.
Yeah. If you go to donate.vicetoronto.com, that is a forwarded link. Sometimes it has issues, but we've got pinned comments all over the place. If you're on my stream, there's chatbots spamming the chat with it. On Suris's stream, there is a pinned comment with it.
It should be pinned. Hold on. Let me make sure that it didn't get unpinned for some reason, because Twitch is great and wonderful and fantastic and hates children and doesn't want them to be fed.
I mean, you're the one that refused to give a number for the ooh. I had to, like, make it an all or nothing thing.
Robert Ad said used to be pinned. Okay, let's do this thing where we press the button. There we go.
I sent it again.
Let me see if it lets me keep it pinned when I pin it. There we go. It is pinned now.
So there we go. So if one of y'all is rich and cares to give $14,400, we can get Cirrus to be happy about saying an uwu. Trace James says that was fun. That was a fun night last week when he got nuked. Yeah, so Piper, who collects the uwu clips for me so I can put them on my soundboard.
Ooh, 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 ooh.
There were 40 individual uwus from last week, thanks to the nuke. All right, moving on. Elon Musk
Really?
says Western civilization is doomed unless the core weakness of suicidal empathy, there's that term again.
Wait, wait. Who fucking coined the term? Because now we know that somebody's fucking coining the term and throwing it everywhere.
Uh-huh. Yeah, suicidal empathy is recognized and actions are taken that are hard but necessary for survival. I mean, color me shocked that the richest guy on the planet got to be the richest guy on the planet by lacking empathy. Like,
I mean, yeah.
This is why I will never be fabulously wealthy, because I have empathy, and when I have money, I'm like, hey, what can I do with this money that will actually make other people's lives good? Now, I do like to see the number go up in my bank account, but there comes a point where it's like, that is more than I need, so I will give to others.
At a certain point, you recognize that you have enough to be comfortable and you are no longer panicking about whether or not you'll be able to afford your bills. And once you get to that point, most normal people go, oh, I guess I don't need anymore. Like once, so with my panic that happened on Patreon, when we hit the numbers to where I was free of the bill problem, free of credit card debt as well, which I have not been for a while because of the aforementioned bill problems in general. When all that happened, the very first thing I did was, went to KFox and said, hey, I'm not streaming today, but we need to record a video telling people that they can stop. Like, we did our thing. We got what we needed. If people want to donate, that is entirely their prerogative, but I do not want them thinking that they need to anymore because we hit our thing. We did it. When you get to that comfortable point, most normal fucking people go, okay, I'm comfy. I'm fine. People like Elon Musk and Jeff Bezos, they don't do that. They don't have normal fucking people reactions to money. They go, no, my soul is a bottomless pit and I need more.
Mm-hmm. Indeed they do. And then a lot of us don't really have a choice but to utilize their services. It's like, I can say, I shop on Amazon still. And like, here's the thing. If you go to my Blue Sky, you'll see me complaining about my mouse. This is the G502 by Logitech. It's a great mouse. I love all the buttons that it has. I'm like, they're all mapped to things that I do all the time. And it's ergonomic enough that it doesn't hurt my wrist or whatever. But if you look down that little hole there, that's in that deep recess is where the charging cable goes.
Mm-hmm.
And it is a particular shape such that
proprietary cables are required usually.
Yeah, I mean, it's just a micro USB connection. So like any micro USB cable in theory can charge this thing. But because it's recessed and the weird shape of the passage that it's recessed down, the only cable that works is the one from Logitech. And they don't actually sell that cable. And I don't know where that cable is. So how do I charge my mouse? I go to fucking Amazon and I buy some cheap Chinese-made adapter thing that like, it's just a plug that you plug the micro USB thing into here, and then on the other end of that is a USB-C, and then I can just use any fucking cable I want to charge this mouse. So like, what should not have been an issue, that some engineer was like, hey, we can maybe make extra money selling cables if we design it this way, but then they never actually sold the cables. It was solved with like a little tiny bit of plastic that I shouldn't need, but I got from Amazon and enriched Jeff Bezos in the process.
It is what it is. Like
yay, capitalism.
What's that statement that's always there? There is no ethical consumption, something.
Yeah, no, it doesn't matter what companies you go to, and here's if you want to do ethical consumption, there are ways to do it, but it ends up being a lot more expensive than the alternatives.
The expensive isn't the part that I'm mostly worried with. It's that most people don't have access to it. So like let's say, I mean, yes, obviously, like tailor-made clothes are going to be far more expensive, even if it's a shop that somebody's running out of their backyard, right? But it's also, in general, always going to be harder to find people and find co-ops for everything that you need in life. At some point, you're going to find somebody who's an evil bastard who's got a monopoly on the thing that you need.
Mm-hmm.
And that sucks. I don't want to live in that world. But
even in instances where I would be it's probably as ethical as it's possible to be under capitalism. Like if you go to good.store, that is a company that like they sell a bunch of stuff that like 100% of the profits go to charity. And one of the things I was looking at was dishwashing powder, because the thing with dishwashing powder is there's no reason for it to be worse than the pods, but the pods are more expensive. The companies charge more for the pods. And so what the companies are doing is because like, oh, I make pods and I make the powder. And in practice, it's really the same shit. But what they've started to do is been like, okay, well, we will actually formulate the powder to not work as well as the pods so that you can buy the more expensive product because yay, capitalism. And Trace James says rural technology connections. Exactly. That's exactly where I'm going. Like when I saw that he released a video on dishwasher detergent, I immediately started watching it. And then my partner was like, yeah, sure, you're not autistic. But so I looked at he prompted them to develop the dishwasher powder for good.store or whatever. And so I looked into it and it's like they did all the independent testing and all the independent testing says that their dishwasher powder is better than the most pods that are on the market. And I'm like, okay, I'll try this out. I go to add it to my cart, put in the shipping address, and then once everything's said and done, just a little over a month's supply for me is going to be like $40. Or I could just go to Walmart and buy the $5 big box of powder that's going to last me for like 3 months. And like, yeah, it's not going to be as good as the pods, but like whatever doesn't come out of the dishwasher, okay, can then just be scrubbed by hand and it's fine. So it's like, I would love to buy the better powder that is ethically sourced and whatnot, and whose profits all go to charity. But like, I can't justify $40 a month for what should be like a couple bucks a month. So yeah.
Axo says it's only harder when you get with like the anti-genocide boycotts, when you see the long list that is effectively every fucking chain in existence.
There's a whole ass YouTube channel where his shtick is like I'm sure you guys have seen him. He's all over the place and be like, so Nestle, what are you up to today? And then he like gives to him in character me like, well, you know, this is what I sell today, but I used to do weapons manufacturing or whatever. And like every company has like some deep dark secret that he will dig up and be like, oh yeah, no, there is no ethical consumption under capitalism.
You're all like, it's almost
Ryan
like
Kelly is apparently his name.
It's almost like the system is the problem, and that's why people tend to find themselves being anti-capitalists, because you can spend your time uselessly fighting against symptoms, or you can spend your time educating people on how the system that they fucking celebrate is literally programmed to make them fucking fail.
Yep. But the line must go up, sirs.
Line go up. Line go up important.
Like, the line must always go up.
Why would you not think that line go up is the most important thing in the world?
AI make line go up.
AI make line go up.
AI make line go up big.
AI get rid of people who make line go down. Line go down when pay employee. Line go up when no employee.
Yeah. AI.
AI. AI.
Line up.
Line.
Fuck off.
You say fuck off, but we were on the exact same wavelength the whole time.
I was not saying fuck off to you. I was saying fuck off to those companies that are shoving AI down our throat for absolutely every goddamn thing.
Oh, you weren't very specific about that.
No, it sounded like it was directed at you. I apologize for that. It was directed at other, like, okay. Can we talk about my fucking phone? Can I complain about my goddamn phone for a second?
Sure, you can.
Okay, so it's a flagship phone. Only reason I got a flagship phone is my idea is like, if I buy it, it should be good for several years. If you get the best of the best, then it'll last for. It's the Terry Pratchett thing, the Boots theory of economics.
Yeah, it's the Boots theory of economics, but that doesn't work for phones because they're built with planned obsolescence in mind.
Yes, they are. However, if you get the top line one, then it should, in theory, last longer.
No, it's made with the same parts.
Okay, but to be clear, though, the most demanding shit that I need to do is, like, play Candy Crush while I'm shitting. Like, that is literally the most demanding thing I do with my phone. So it doesn't need to be great. And we've reached a time when even the cheap-ass phones will do it just as well as the flagship phones. Like, yeah, if I'm running a benchmark, the cheap-ass phone will not do as well as the flagship. But for everyday use, they're both probably fine. Oh, fuck, we've gotten up to 8:27. I interrupt my rant to check on donations. Okay, so where were you? Someone donated $169 was the last one. Jared M donated $61. Someone donated $62. And someone donated $100 saying, happy to help a well-meaning group. Also, let there be uwu.
We could also let there be not that. We can do none of that. And I think the world will be just as good as before, if not better, actually.
So back to complaining about my phone.
You have a phone?
Yeah, my idea with getting the flagship was like, I don't need it to do much. So if I don't need it to do much and I get the best one, it will be able to not do much for a lot longer than if I get the crappy one. And so I did finance it, and the financing was up this past June, and I just paid the couple $100 that was left on it, and now I own the phone outright, and my phone bill went down, and I plan on keeping this phone for basically as long as I can. That was my idea. But like every time there's an update, they make it worse. And it's not like a new phone would be better. It's stuff like Samsung has decided that, okay, let me just make sure I'm not going to dox myself by showing anything. Let's clear all those notifications that have my name on them. But like, it used to be that like you drag down from the top and you get all of your shit is right there. But now they've decided to copy the Apple thing where if I drag down on this side, it's the settings and shit. And if I drag down on that side, it's the notifications and shit. And I fucking hate that because half the time, like I haven't figured out where exactly the thing, like it's not like the middle. If you're on this side of the camera, it gets the settings. And if you're on that side of the camera, you get the notifications. It's somewhere else. And it seems to change. And it's annoying as fuck. Like if I'm just to the right of the camera, I'm getting the notifications. Why is it split like that? I don't know. They're copying iPhone or some shit. I don't know. I don't fucking care. But like it got worse. Same thing with like taking screenshots. It's got the silly little pen. The only thing I use this pen for is taking screenshots. It used to be I would take the pen out and then poke one button to say I'm taking a screenshot, and then I draw a box around what I'm taking a screenshot of, and I have a screenshot. Mm-hmm. Now, I have to poke the same button, and it's like, we are doing an AI thing, and I'm going to make you wait for the animation for the AI thing to finish before I can even let you select the goddamn thing. And now that we've done the AI animation thing, you select the goddamn thing, and we're going to use AI to determine whether you just wanted a screenshot, or if you want to select text, or if you want to do something else with it. And it gets that wrong so fucking much. And then it's just like, I just want a goddamn screenshot. But like, we got to put AI in it because AI is the future and line must go up.
Line up? Line go up? Wait, line go up?
Yeah, line must go up.
Line go up.
Line up.
Line go up.
And so like, to the detriment of the user experience, I don't need AI analysis of my goddamn screenshots. I just need to take a goddamn screenshot. And you don't need to make me wait 30 seconds while your fucking animation plays before I take my goddamn screenshot. I just want to take my goddamn screenshot.
Does screenshot make line go up?
No.
Then fuck you.
But they have to be able to sell to because it's not about the end consumer. It's about selling to the shareholders. We need to tell the shareholders that we're doing all this new shit that the consumers don't actually want, but we're doing new shit that will make line go up. So shareholder invest more money. And it's just like, just fuck, get out of my fucking way. The operating system of my phone should not be in my goddamn way.
AI crap analyzer with a subscription model moment.
Drag the menu down twice, click the pencil next to the power icon, panel settings together, go back and hit done. Okay, drag the menu down twice, and nothing happens because I'm probably in the wrong menu. No, nothing happens in that one either. Took the pencil out.
Man,
Click the pencil next to the power icon.
these twits sure are tweeting.
Where's the power icon? I don't know where the power... Wireless power? No, that's not... I don't know what you're telling me to do. I just know that, like, it's supposed to be a flagship phone where everything's amazing and everything's great, but it's fucking annoying to use because line must go up. And something suicidal empathy. Back to the tweets.
Hey, you made it to the end. I want to give an extra thanks to the patrons who allow me to do this full time. I want to thank Aaron Rail, Astral, Britzkrieg, Jemshin, Poundini, Red Joker, Victoria, Jonas, Craig, Tarika, Fireshard, Smiling GM, John, Dren Hadamada, Creeper, Sagitt, you know I'm not saying that last part, Valis of Sereth, Ottoman Angel, Rooster Rachel, and Fire Panda, who are all my $20 and up patrons.